What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, checking out the collaboration between Commision and Blue Ridge Built, which I know them as Blue Ridge Overland. Their website's Blue Ridge Overland, so probably going to refer to them as that going forward just to avoid any confusion. But this is their bum bag, and Blue Ridge Overland makes this in a bunch of different colorways. This collaboration is an exclusive colorway in the Coyote green, or I'm sorry, the Ranger green and the Coyote brown. And so this version that sells on Commission's website is currently sold out, but if you're really attached to it, they did mention they're planning to restock it and continue to restock it as long as there's interest. So really like that about the collaboration. It's not this limited edition colorway that they drop one time and you can never get again, which can always be frustrating if you miss out on that first drop. So they do plan on restocking this. If you're not attached to this colorway, there's probably about 5 others on the Blue Ridge Overland website that are available. And then the second thing that I really like about this collaboration is this version is $40. And so the Blue Ridge Overland version without the leather tag, without the exclusive colorway, is $38. So it's not some huge money grab. You know, they are adding a cost, but they're also adding this leather tag, which isn't free. I don't know that it costs $2, but it's not free. And also just the logistics of listing it on a different website and shipping it from a different place does add some cost to it. So I don't mind a $2 markup. That's really nothing in the grand scheme of things, especially when you see people doing limited edition colorways that cost $30 more, and you know the fabric in a different color doesn't cost $30 more. So definitely appreciate that. One, they're going to make it readily available, and two, there's really not much markup. But if you don't care about the colorway, again, you can pick this up right now, and for the rest of the video, you can consider them the same thing because they're the same. 7 inches by 5 inches by 2. And it's really pretty modular, but inside is just kind of a cavern of space that's 7 inches by 5 inches by 2 without that kind of added organization. I have added some organization, and I'll show that once I get inside. That does not come with the bag unless you buy it from Blue Ridge Overland with one of the bundles, and then that is going to add to the cost. It won't be $38 anymore because you're adding on other items that I didn't get in a bundle, but I did pick up separately. Excuse me. So you get a 6-inch by 2-inch hook Velcro section that you can add patches to. My patches today are from Toad King EDC, Smash Brothers Gear, and then Data Crew. And these laser cut Molle attachment points, which I think look really nice, much better than normal Molle, but you still have that functionality. So you can do stuff that's kind of 4 spaces apart, so 1 and 4, or individual lines. And so I think you are losing a couple rows of Molle attachment points with this tag here from the original model, but I'm not 100% positive about that. So definitely look at the pictures if you're ordering it from Blue Ridge Overland, if you're getting that version, if there's more Molle attachment points, if that's something that you care about. Now this is a bum bag, so it has a strap. This is just Milspec nylon, I think, webbing, and it does have a clip because you can use it as a fanny pack. I don't actually usually, well, I've never used it as a fanny pack actually. I use it as a kind of crossbody sling, and that works well. I think even the pictures on Commission show it being used as a crossbody sling. I think I also posted a picture on Instagram about a week ago using it as a crossbody sling if you're interested in seeing what that looks like. But you can probably imagine, it's not too hard to imagine this, it's just a square on a strap. So really good looking, 1000D Cordura, really well put together. The stitching's hid for the most part, except for obviously up top, but like right here, you're not seeing any of the stitching on the front. Also on the back, it's pretty sterile and clean, minus the stitching for that strap, which you can see is pretty comprehensive and well done as well. Now I should mention that price point, $38 or $40. This is made in the USA, as you can see on the tag. They make these in Bradford, Virginia. And so I think that's a really great deal for the materials you're getting and made in the USA. And it's backed by a lifetime warranty. And so the fine print on that warranty is that they make their gear for hard use, outdoor use, overlanding, and expect you to use it as such. And so if you destroy it because you're hard using it, they'll replace it for life. And so really great lifetime warranty. The exception is if it's not made by them. So they sell like patches and hats and stuff that's made by a third party. And so they don't necessarily back that by the lifetime warranty. but at the same time, I would assume that they're gonna try and make it right, even if it's not something they're making, but that guarantee really falls into stuff like this that they're making themselves. So zipper wise, we have some YKK zippers with these reflective zipper pulls, a nice kind of rubber grip on there. Not the best looking, but work really well. And so if you don't love that, you can just take them off and replace them with whatever you want. But these do come with it and they work really, really well. You can see it opens about halfway. You can open it up. Your stuff's not gonna spill out. It's not like a full clamshell, which is good in a sling bag or bum bag like this one. You don't want it to fully open because the way you're wearing it, everything would just fall out. So about halfway, you get nice access to everything. I'm gonna go with the stuff that's just kind of floating in the middle first, and you can probably already tell I stuck with that red theme from the patches, but again, none of the organization in here comes in the bag, so I'll talk about it once I get it out. But let's start with stuff that's just free floating. This is from Tough Possum Gear. I believe it's their Possibles pouch, but I could possibly be wrong. But Possibles pouch and YKK zippers on this as well. Just have another Carry Commission product. This is the Best Damn EDC sling, and inside of there, just kind of floating around, is some clay pellets to use for ammo. So these are biodegradable instead of the steel ones that come with it. And so this is really small. This is a mini slingshot. I've done a video on that as well, but this fits in your pocket. Also can just throw it in there. I used to take this when I'd go on like random hikes and stuff. I haven't carried it in a while, but fits in there really well. Next to that, I have last month's Log and Jotter. This is the Red Feathers, I believe it's called, edition. Yeah, Red Feathers. Looks really good. I'm a kind of analog person. I love writing stuff down. Sometimes I'll take pictures of it, and so I do end up digitizing it, but just the act of writing it down is something that I enjoy, so I almost always have pen and paper on me, and so included that in there as well. I also have a Hank, which I almost always carry as well. Gondek EDC is one of the ones that I carry more often. This is Frankenstein's Monster, but really budget friendly. These are $10. I think they might have added a shipping cost recently, but $10 for about 6.5 by 6.5 Hank, and a lot of really great designs. I don't know if this one's still available, but one of my favorite designs from them. Obviously fit the theme really well with the red colorways, but really just one of my favorite designs anyway. And then the last kind of free-floating items on the bottom are just a couple pens, and I didn't have anything in the EDC realm in red, so I just went with my standard pens that I normally use. The first one being the Uniball Signo 207, one of my favorite pens of all time. Also like the 307 and the bold version of it. And so this is the red version, obviously, but just one of my favorite pens to use. If I'm getting something from Office Depot or Staples, this is what I go to if it's not an EDC pen. And then I had a Sharpie as well. I thought about using the Soul Built Marksmith with the red insert, but thought I'd stick with the traditional Sharpie just kind of to continue my colorway here, even though I do have an EDC pen that could have done red ink. It's not so visual, so. We'll go on the back side first and then on the front. And again, these organization pockets, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see them, but there are elastic loops. These are not included. These are Velcroed in there. And so inside, kind of in the same placement as you see this front one, there are 6x2 hook Velcro attachment points on the front and back of the bag. And so I'll pull the attachments out once I have them out, but I'll start in the back, I guess, with the Fox. I believe this is a baby core. It might be the mini core. Really cool knife from them, kind of honeycomb pattern on there. Really like this knife. Have done a video on this as well, so I'm not going to talk about really anything in here too long, since the focus on this video is really the bag itself. But next up is something really cool, and this is from Blue Ridge Overland and available on their site as a standalone item, or if you buy the pouch, you can get a bundle with this and one of the organizer straps inside. And so I don't remember the price on that, but you can just find it on their website and get that instead if you want these in your bag. But this is really simple, just med kit. It's not gonna be comprehensive. You can see it just folds in half, kind of taco style, and has a pocket on each side that fits band-aids basically. So I have small band-aids and antibiotic ointment, larger band-aids, these kind of like finger shaped ones that wrap around your finger. So just really kind of light first aid. If you cut your finger, small cuts, stuff like that, you have something on you that can take care of that. And since we're always carrying knives, definitely good to have, and really kind of the most minimal version of a first aid kit you can carry, and could definitely fit a little more than what I have in there, but just kind of one of the basics. Now last up on that backside is a Zippo. This is a Santa Cruz kind of graphic that you used to see on shirts and skateboards. I have the butane insert, double, looks like butane insert in there, but just a standard Zippo. And then I'm gonna go to the front side, and then I'll pull one of these out so you can see what it looks like outside of the bag. But have the Raylight Pineapple, just a simple flashlight from Raylight, really good looking. Love the red on this. This doesn't really match the rest of the red, but only red flashlight I had, and love this flashlight, so included that in there. Right next to that is the Leatherman Charge in red G10. This is a Charge Plus, and really, really great multi-tool. Haven't done a video yet on this one, but it's been in a lot of videos. I will get to it at some point, but have not done a video on this yet. But obviously fit the theme. Thought about this or a just kind of standard Victorinox. Have a bunch of different red versions of that, obviously, so went with that. And then lastly is the only thing really that doesn't fit the theme. This is the Big Eye Designs BitBark 2, or version 2, holds 8 bits inside and has 2 different places to turn them from, one in kind of that standard configuration, one at an angle so you can get a little bit more torque behind it. And so wanted to include a bit driver in there as well, even though the Charge has one, just kind of a separate thing, standalone thing. And that's everything I have inside minus these organizers. And so you can see they, sorry for the noise of tearing these out, but they pull right out because they're Velcro. And so they have 2 smaller elastic loops and 1 larger one. And the smaller one's about 1.5 inches. You lose a little bit of space to these seams on either end. So about 1.5 inches. And then this one's about 2.25 inches, maybe a hair over that. And so 2 inches tall, and really kind of limiting you to that vertical orientation, but really good. And pretty much, I don't know if it was specifically made for this bag because they make a lot of different pouches and things like that, but fits exactly, obviously, the dimensions of this bag, so works perfectly. But if you wanted to go with something different, you can pick up something like this from 511. I know MTAC has some that are always sold out, so you might not be ever be able to pick those up, but this one is cool because, one, it has this little slot back here where you can put cash, receipts, stickers, business cards, credit cards, and then it also has some different elastic loops, and I think they have different variations of these. In fact, I know they do because I have a different one, which I don't know where it's at right now, but have a different one. And so the nice thing about this is you can use it the same way, except it's thinner, so you can take up, 1/3 of the pouch instead of the entire thing. And then the other thing is that you can change the orientation. So if you don't want that vertical orientation, you can turn it horizontally and just kind of slide things in there. And so it gives you some other options if you don't want to use the ones that they sell, but the ones that they sell are also really good. And so you do have 2 of those in there, and then otherwise this just kind of sits in there freely. But really, really enjoyed this. Big fan of Blue Ridge Overland. Just recently, after picking this up, I kind of went on their website, ordered some other stuff like these cord organizers that don't fit in here, but will work well with my Vertex backpacks that have that kind of full wall of Velcro, and these just kind of pop off and strap in. And then one of the things I pre-ordered, and one of the reasons I kind of pushing this video out a little bit early, is that they have their Brog EDC pouch coming out next month. And there's a pre-order available now till March 30th. So if you want it, you can get in. You have about a week from the time this video goes up to pre-order that. And you can either get it by itself or, again, as a bundle with some organization straps. I don't know if it's exactly these ones, but some similar organization and a leather patch. And so wanted to get this out early in case there's interest in that. I already pre-ordered it, so I'm definitely going to be reviewing it on the channel. So if you want to wait for that, by all means do. Some of their products do sell out. I think they're typically restocking it. They're not a company that's, trying to hype something up with super limited releases. They get them out when they can. And then again, these are made in America, lifetime warranty. So really, really great deal there. And I think really fairly priced for what you're getting. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And I hope you have a great one. Take care.